Yo, welcome back to WFPN. We're here with another guest, and y'all know the drill by now, man. We talk to the movers, the shakers, and the tastemakers. This brother here fits that every category. Please introduce yourself and tell our audience what you do.
What's poppin'? I go by the name of Sean Fresh. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm a hip-hop artist based in Austin, Texas. So I perform around Austin with a live band, just bringing the quality of music to some of the listeners.
That's a great intro. Hey, everybody clap it up for Sean Fresh, man. No, that's short and to the point. I love it, man.
I appreciate it.
So, like, whenever we bring artists up here, one of the questions that I like to talk about is, like, that beginning moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all have that moment where we went from, like, being spectators to actual, like, participants.
For sure.
So I want you to talk about, that moment, that age you were at where you were like, hey, I'm going to take music seriously. And then I want you to talk about, like, that moment where you knew you were good as well.
And I think the moment we started, we was in this little part of Baton Rouge called Sherwood. So, we playing on a computer, playing on a little laptop, with some headphones in it, just rapping and stuff like that. Ended up getting with a collective group of, different people like writers and, just different people that did different things, website builders. And we was making music and, trying to get placements for different things. But the person I was with, long story short, he knew how to put songs together, things like that, taught me how to write the music, taught me how to put the things together. So took that and just started building on that. But I've always did like poetry and, things when I was younger like this. So I've always had like the music taste and stuff like that.
Okay. So when y'all are trying to piece this together with the, we all, and I think we're that generation where like we figured out music tech on our own.
So,
Like we figured out LimeWire.
Yeah.
We figured out how to crack the software.
No,
so at this time when y'all are first starting out, who are y'all listening to that's kind of like inspiring y'all to want to try to do music?
Man, only thing we was really having around us at the time was either Boosie, the Web.
Okay, so the heavy hitters from
Gates
Louisiana,
and stuff like that. That's
Okay.
the only thing we had, and it was just the only kind of style of music that the people around us was just the only thing they liked. But I've always had like different flavors, Dr. Dre,
Okay.
Jay-Z. I've always had like different tastes of music coming up in Baton Rouge, regardless of what we was listening to. Yeah.
Awesome. So I see that you did an ACL performance.
Yes.
Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Like, how did you feel leading up to it? Who reached out to you? Like, I'm curious. I want to know.
For sure. I be with the Bros Fresh a lot. It's a band out of Austin, Texas. So, they did ACL maybe 2 years ago, but I always told them like, I want to do ACL.
Yeah.
Like I've always just wanted to do that.
Yeah.
I reached out to Mitch years ago from BMI, and Mitch told me, just keep doing your shows, just keep doing it. And I don't know, like last year, I just was like, told my boy, I say, bro, I want to do ACL.
Yeah.
He was like, you know what? Gonna start today. Send the email. First thing you need to do, send the email. Send this email to this person, and it's like a seed. You know what I'm saying? You put the seed in, you don't bear the fruit today. You just wait till it grow.
Yeah.
So at that point in time, I put the seed in and with the email, and we just sitting and waiting, but we still continue to shows.
Of course.
Reach out to different.
Yeah.
Right before ACL, I did the KETX Studio A1. And it was just a random call, They asked me, hey, would you want to do ACL this Saturday morning? I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Absolutely.
At that point, it was just, I just thank God for that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Were you like nervous at all on stage? I mean, obviously you're a performer, but it's a different stage. So like, what did it feel like for you being up there? I'm curious.
Man, sometimes it don't even feel real. I mean, I still think about it. Because I can remember the time that I sent the email from the start. So just to actually be there and just to actually get the treatment that, a lot of different artists get. Appreciation.
Yeah.
It was dope, man. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, I love that for you.
Yeah, and the ACL is not a little festival.
It's not.
Like if you can do ACL well, there's probably about a dozen other festivals that you can comfortably go.
Oh hell yeah!
I think it's
a
big thing when artists are able to get onto that.
I feel like it opens up a lot of doors.
Yeah, for sure.
Like once you conquer that stage, it's only up from there.
Man, it was so random, and I reached out, months ahead of time just to let them know, like, hey, I want to be the one that represent hip hop this year. You know what I'm saying? At first, they was kind of like,
Yeah.
All right. But you know, things align and, you know, things just come into place for you. So
yeah,
they reached out to me a week before. Yeah, for sure.
damn.
Yeah, a week
I love
before.
that.
Yeah. It was like, hey, you want to do it? Like,
hell yeah.
let's do it. You know, so we ended up doing it, and we had a good time though. For sure.
That's good.
You also mentioned that you performed with JPEG Mafia, and like that's a group that I've seen Australia, New Zealand, like they worldwide. Talk about like how that connection happened and how you felt when you were able to grace that same stage as them, man.
Well, with the situation with JPEG Mafia, I want to make sure I cleared up. We had the same night at Stubbs.
Okay,
and,
nice.
Different times they reach out to different artists to you know, be the person for the inside, doing the outside, the support.
Yeah.
So I've always seen JPEG Mafia. I never really got too deep in his music until after the fact, you know. But they reached out and they asked, "Hey, would you want to, you know, be the inside support for JPEG Mafia?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it." You know, before the set, I got to talk with him and stuff like that for like a brief second and stuff like that, just to let him know, like, "Hey, I like what you're doing. I seen a new song and stuff like that." I think he had an album that just dropped around the time, so I chatted with him like that for a few minutes. And, you know, it's pretty cool.
Isn't it crazy when you see someone that's like a little bit further ahead?
Yeah, for sure.
For one night, y'all get to share the same experiences. It's really motivating.
For sure. Even things like that, just getting to talk to people, getting to, you know, see the real side of these different artists that come to the city. Real quick thing, I was with Larry June, and Larry June is like one of the dopest people you can
killing it.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I do not like when I see people talk bad about Larry, because I'm like, bro, I talked to this man.
If you only knew.
Yeah, if you only knew. This
knew.
dude, like, for real genuine. So that's just something to throw in that way. So
yeah. If you knew his story, it makes you a defender of his type of dude because he went through everything. He went through the label situation. He went through everything.
For sure.
So yeah, no, that's awesome, man. You open for him or something, or was is that just a homie? Or
that's the homie. Anytime Larry comes to the city, we always, you know, pop in with Larry. You know, a lot of my management team and his management team are real close together. So we do a lot of hanging out and stuff like that when they come in.
That's awesome. Yeah, I went to a couple of his shows, and it you know, no pun intended, everything feels organic.
Yeah, for sure.
It feels extremely organic. Like people are happy to wait in line to buy the merch, to experience the show. Like
the camp is real. You know, it's real home based. I know they DJ from back home, and you know, he kind of linked us in with a lot of that stuff too. You know, and the connection started to grow. So, yeah, man, they family is real cool, brother, and yeah, so I appreciate them people.
That's dope, man. You mentioned that you also have some visuals on the way. Can you talk about like what songs you're happy for people to have visuals to?
I really want people to see the visuals to Magnolia.
Okay.
Magnolia.
I was just listening to that for a little bit. It's got a little bounce to it.
Magnolia, one of my songs that, you know, a lot of people took a liking to, that I didn't really plan to put it out anyway. You know what I'm saying? It was just kind of like a rush song, but people started liking it. You know what I'm saying? It started to play on the radio, started to play at the airport and stuff like that. So
okay. Was there a project that Magnolia was on, or was it just kind of a standalone song?
Nah, Magnolia is a standalone song. You know, I wanted to connect with some Austin artists, and I reached out to some people like Sweet Lim and some artists in Austin. So I wanted to reach out to them just to see what they had, and they really graced the song. So, and at that point, it just kind of took off, stuff like that.
Nice. You also mentioned you have some shows coming up. Is there anything you can talk about or promote right now?
The only thing I could really promote right now is a show May 29th.
Okay.
I'll be with various artists at Antones.
Hey, we never mad at those. We never mad.
Yes.
For sure.
Nah, because y'all don't understand. There was a time when Antones wouldn't let us in the back door.
Yeah.
And so we anytime. No, bro. It used to be hard to get rap in there. You would look at their calendar for a whole month, and there might be like a rap weekend, or there might be like a rap day.
Yeah.
But now, like, yeah, artists like you, with that sound, are able to get in there. I love that, man. Tell them the day again.
May 29th.
May 29th.
May 29th. And yeah, so it's gonna be a various of artists, different people. We all gonna have the same live band, so it's gonna, you know, kind of be like a little twist or something like that.
I love it, man. Awesome. Hey, y'all make sure y'all get those ticks for Antones. And whenever you have visuals or whenever you have like a project coming or something else you want to promote, you're more than welcome to come back.
And I appreciate that.
Yes.
Thank you.
I want everybody to clap it up for Sean Freshman.
Yes.
And don't go nowhere. We'll be right back with our next guest.